Hey there tech fans, Rick here from the OREI team with an overview of the EX-400C-KVM HDMI Media Extender Kit. This product was designed to make it very simple for you to share any HDMI media source with a second location in your home up to 400 feet away at a full HD 1080p resolution over a single CAT6 or CAT7 cable. The product also incorporates KVM functionality, which means you can use a mouse and keyboard at that secondary location and have those signals transmitted back over that same LAN cable to the primary location so you can control the computer. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with an unboxing of the product just to show you all the components that are included with the kit. And then I'll list the audio and video standards the product can support. I'll take a closer look at both of the modules and all of the accessories to explain what they do. And then finally, I'll come back and actually install the product here to show you just how simple it'll be to use it with your own equipment at home. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you open up the box, you'll find two modules inside, a sender and receiver, two power supplies, one for each of the modules, a USB cable that's used with the sender module to connect to the computer at the primary location so you can control it. Also included are a set of brackets for both modules. You can actually mount these to the bottom of a desk or a wall nearby to get them up off the ground. There's a driver disc included that allows the computer to talk to that sender module. And then finally, a full instruction manual is included as well with all the information you'll need to make the connections to your equipment at home. There's diagrams in there to show you those connections, as well as information that'll answer some of the questions you may have when you're installing the product. Now, if you stay tuned, next I'll list the audio and video standards the product can support, and then we'll take a closer look at all the components included with the kit. The EX-400C-KVM is compatible with a wide range of audio and video standards, including video resolutions up to 1080p at 60 Hz. It fully supports HDCP 1.2, as well as being 3D compliant. Its HDMI support includes versions 1.3 and 1.4. The audio standards the product can support includes LPCM, Dolby AC3, DTS 7.1, and DTS HD Master Audio. The product supports all modern HDMI media sources, including streaming devices like Roku and Apple TV, DVD players, game consoles, cable TV boxes, and Blu-ray players. Now let's take a closer look at the components included with the kit. Inside the box, you'll find a sender module, a receiver module, a pair of power supplies that are used with those modules. This end can plug into any standard wall outlet. The other end has a barrel connection on it that plugs into the back of the module. Also included is a pair of brackets for each of the modules that allow you to mount them to the bottom of a desk or a wall nearby to get them up and off the ground. You'll find a USB cable. This is a standard USB-A to USB-A, and that's used with the sender module to connect that to the computer to enable the KVM function this product provides. This disc contains all the drivers you'll need to install that sender module and enable the KVM function. And finally, included is a complete owner's manual with connection diagrams, specifications, and an FAQ section with some common questions you may have during installation. Both of the modules feature full metal enclosures, which helps to prevent any outside interference from causing issues with the sensitive audio and video signals that you're transmitting between them. Each of the modules has holes on the side that are used for the mounting brackets, and even though they may look similar, there's a slight difference in the connections you'll make to the sender and receiver module, and I'll cover those now. On the rear of the sender module, you'll find the LAN port that's used for connecting the two modules together with that CAT6 or CAT7 cable. You'll also find a reset button that can be used to reset the module if needed. On the left, there are three LED indicators. The first one's power. Once you plug the power supply into the wall and plug it into the module, that will light up. The next two are keyboard and mouse, and once the connection's made between these modules and they're both powered up, the minute you plug a keyboard and mouse into the receiver, those will light up. On the other end of the module, you'll find the DC power port. That's used with the included power supply. Again, you'll plug that in the wall. The barrel connection plugs in here, and that's all the power you'll need. To the right of that is an HDMI input connection, and that's used with whatever media source it is you want to share with that secondary location. Standard HDMI connection there. The last connection on the back is a USB connection that you can make to the computer at the primary site, and you can use the included cable to do that. It's a USB-A connection. You'll plug the other end into the computer, load up the drivers, and you'll be all set to go. On the receiver, you'll find the same connection on the back. This is the LAN connection that you'll use for the other end of that CAT6, CAT7 cable. Again, a reset button, and the same indicators over here for power, keyboard, and mouse. And again, once the connection's made between these two, and you plug the keyboard and mouse in here, those will light up. On the other end, standard power connection, just like on the sender module, HDMI out connects to your monitor at that secondary location. So a standard HDMI connection between this and the monitor, and you're all set. And then you have two USB-A connections here that are used for connecting your mouse and your keyboard up to this module on the receiver end. And that's pretty much it for the pair of modules. Now if you stay tuned, I'll actually do an installation next and show you how easy it is to use this with your own equipment. For this demonstration, on this side of the table, I'm simulating the primary location in your home where you're enjoying the media content today you'd like to share with the secondary location. And that media source can be anything like a DVD player, a game console, or a computer. For this demonstration, I have a media player connected up to this monitor, and I'm looping a video, and that's the media content I'll actually send across the LAN cable to the secondary location. Over here, I have the sender module. On this side of the table, I'm simulating that second location in your home. Could be down in the basement or upstairs in a bedroom. It's wherever you want to enjoy the content from that primary location, and I have the receiver module over here. Now the first two connections I'll make are to the sender module, and I'll connect up the media source first. I'll disconnect it from the monitor, standard HDMI port from that media player, and I'll plug that into the HDMI input port on the back of the sender module. I've already plugged the power supply into the wall, so I'll just add that to the port in the back. And the minute I add power to the unit, a blue LED will come on in the front. Now what's happening there is the product is actually going through a power on self-test to check all the internal electronics to make sure they're working okay. It's also checking the resolution of the video stream that's coming to it in case it has to make adjustments as it sends it across that LAN connection. Now we'll make connections to the receiver. I've got a short HDMI cable connected up to this monitor, and that plugs into the HDMI output port in the back of the receiver. And again, the power supply is plugged in. I'll just plug that into the port in the back. And you'll notice pretty quickly, the blue LED comes on over here. Now on the receiver end, it's going through a power on self-test, but it's also checking the resolution of that monitor to make sure it can display the best possible picture. Now the only connection we're missing is the LAN connection between them. Has to be a CAT6 or CAT7 and can be up to 400 feet away. But for this demonstration, I'm using a smaller spool, about 100 feet of CAT6. So I'll connect it up to the sender module. Now watch the receiver module LAN port when I connect it up. You'll see the yellow LED come on immediately and start to handshake. So right now the sender module is looking for the receiver and it's trying to negotiate that LAN connection between them. The minute it does that, it brings the video up on that secondary monitor. So it is just that quick and simple to hook it up. The big advantage with this system is that it also features a KVM capability, which means at that second location, you can use a keyboard and mouse if you're hooking a computer up at the primary location. And to do that, you use the short USB cable from the back of the sender module to your computer. You use the included disk to install the drivers needed to let the computer know what this is about and make that connection for you. Then you can plug in a mouse and a keyboard at that second location and actually control the computer at that primary location and control the video that you're watching on that computer. And it really is just that easy to get it working. I hope you found this overview of the EX-400C-KVM HDMI Media Extender Kit helpful. It really does provide an easy way of extending any HDMI media source you have in your home to a second location up to 400 feet away at a full HD 1080p resolution over a single CAT6 or CAT7 cable. Plus the fact that it includes the KVM functionality means you can actually control the computer at that primary location from wherever you're watching that content. Now, if you have any questions about anything I've covered today, please check the FAQ on our website or use the Contact Us link to send us a note and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. Until next time, thanks again for watching.